Hey guys, and welcome back to India. Now you may be wondering, why back to India? Well, believe it or not, I've already done a Webeo on a people mover in the city of Mumbai, and people have come back to me and said that was an excellent project. Do more metros in other countries outside the USA, particularly developing countries. And me being me from India, I decided to do another railway line in India. So this is the city of Pune. It's also in Maharashtra. It is the second biggest city in Maharashtra, and I'm going to zoom out. It's only about 150 kilometers southeast of Mumbai. So as you may know, Mumbai does not have a lot of room. House prices and property prices and taxes and whatnot are skyrocketing. So what people are doing is to make a more carefree lifestyle. They're going to be moving to Pune, and Pune has seen drastic growth over the last 15 years. Before around the last 15 years, only old Pune was a real part of Pune. Now there are jobs, universities, houses, hospitals, schools, everything all over Pune. And that's a key point I'd like to bring up with this city. It is not modeled after a traditional American or European city, in that people live in the suburbs, work in the downtown. Yes, Pune does have an old section known as a Peth area, and the newer section also known as Newer Pune or Outer Pune, and it is ever expanding, now going west all the way of the ring road or the bypass road right here. But it's important to note that people work here, people do everything here, lots of malls coming up here, so it's not purely monodirectional commute, if you know what I mean. People commute in all different directions. So yeah, each station rather will serve a unique purpose, but in the end it would still have a same clientele of what people use it. So without further ado, let's get started. The first station is Busari. Now Busari is the westernmost station on the line, and by the way, if you're not used to my color scheme, magenta is elevated, and once you get later, green will become tunnels. I normally use white for tunnels, but due to the nature of the architecture in Pune and the landscapes, I made green tunnels. So Busari is the westernmost station. It's right at the intersection of Poud Road and the Pune Bypass Road, also known as the Mumbai-Pune Expressway link. And many people coming west from Poud and Urode via bus can transfer to the station here. I didn't think of directly connecting this all the way towards Urode and Poud for two reasons. One, even though it's growing relatively quickly, it's still relatively undeveloped, and two, there would be a lot of tunnels required as there's a big mountain just southwest of Busari. So I thought this would be a good western terminus, and it was basically the end of urban Pune until maybe the early 2000s. So this is like middle Pune, not old Pune, not new Pune necessarily, but like middle Pune. The line continues along Poud Road, actually above it. Next station is Nagar, and again similar clientele, lots of houses here, but along Poud Road there are a lot of offices and whatnot, so people coming from the northeast can commute here easily without going through all the hassle of a car or scooty, as they call it in Pune, that would otherwise be required, especially in the rain, for example. After Bharti Nagar, Shastri Nagar. Shastri Nagar has more of a residential area, also more of a slums area too, not to mention that there are a couple shops, not that many businesses here, but it's a little more residential shop. But this is a main road. Think of it as like the main street of a town. This line does not follow a small area that happens to go under many residential areas as many European or American metro lines do. This goes through main roads, and then people can branch out via bus or rickshaw or whatnot towards the suburbs nearby. After Shastri Nagar is Shivitra Nagar. Now Shivitra Nagar is a little higher end residential area, so people here will probably, rather than bus, will need scooters and whatnot. So again, scooters in the monsoon season, not really exciting, so they can easily just walk with an umbrella to the station and take the nice air conditioned and hopefully not leaking metro towards their final destination, whether it be west or east. And speaking of leaking, I don't want this to become the Mumbai Metro that always has a leaking waterfall in one coach every single year, because there have been many stories of that, and I don't want to happen here. I know Pune gets considerably less rain since it's in a higher elevation area, but still. Next station is Romberg Colony, and again similar to the last station in that it's a little more higher end clientele. Now after Romberg, Pode Road becomes two parallel one-way roads, so the line will go underground this area here. There are no stations to be built here, so the overall cost won't be that much higher. And since it's under the westbound part, remember that India drives on the left, so the westbound part of Pode Road, it'll be a cut and cover tunnel. So a little traffic disruption here and there, but nothing too much. Even the elevated parts, it'll only take at most 2 meters of right of way, and that's only under the pillars themselves. The places where there are no pillars, it'll not need any right of way. So next station is Mahogany Sh Colony. Now this is slightly lower density. Now this is more of a residential area. There are not that many businesses along here, but yeah, that's the next station. This is back to an elevated segment. Next station is Karve. Karve is going to be a bigger station, at least more popular, and I'll tell you why. Karve Road goes to like the southwestern regions of Pune, and for all of this road extending all the way west to Kadakwasla and even Sinhogad and beyond, this is going to be the easiest station to get to. Yes, these stations may be closer by a straight line, but who would like to go through all of this and still go with a longer metro line? This is basically a quick bus or like maybe rickshaw in some case ride to Karve station, and they can transfer to the elevated metro line. And most people, I think, who would be getting on here will be going east due to the geography of the roads in this area. So yeah, Karve is also the location of the flyover, so that may have to be relocated in order to do this, but I don't think this would be that much of a hassle. And Karve Road after this point is a 24-hour parking lot, so that's why I think this is necessary. If you think of the Versova Ghatkopar metro in Mumbai and the road that goes over, this is basically that road of Pune. Irandwain is the next station, and just before Deccan, the line will go underground to go under the river. So Deccan Gimkhana. I am from India, but still I'm not that good at pronunciation names. So it'll go over the Mutha River, actually under the Mutha River. So this would be underground here, and it would have to go pretty deep underground. So this will be a a tunnel boring machine tunnel. So there will have to be a pretty high gradient, but then again, considering how much faster you're going than like a traffic jam of parking lots and whatnot, this is still highly preferred. Not to mention, Pune has a very high rate of pollution, and using an electric metro powered by, you guessed it, the sun, because Pune actually is a semi-arid climate, so solar farms can power this metro, at least to some extent. The dams can power the other part, but I think solar farms are a better option for this. And as it exits Deccan, goes under the river, it enters Old Pune, also known as a Peth area. Now here, very few wide roads exist, but the road this goes underneath is called Lakshmi Road, which is a primary shopping road of Pune. So I think this line, even though it goes under a direct road, like in a road, you could make it cut and cover, but since many shops are along here, there'll be a lot of opposition. So I think in this case, the line should just stay as a tunnel boring machine. So deeper stations, probably in the order of 10 to 20 meters below the surface. So Lakshmi West is a first station underneath Lakshmi Road. Now this is like Old Pune, so you won't see that many students, whatnot, as much as like elderly. So these are people who do not necessarily have private vehicles. But then again, there are a lot of other people who work here, especially in the shops, that live in Newer Pune. There are people that live here and work outside in West Pune, so they would actually take this west. There's no such thing as reverse commuting in Pune, believe it or not. So after Lakshmi West, continues underneath Lakshmi Road. Narayan Peth is the next station. Similar idea towards the last one. Budwar Peth. An interesting fact, Budwar in my native language Marathi actually means Wednesday. So this is the Wednesday district, and once we get later, we'll get to the Monday district. Now I don't know why they were named like that, but I believe there are 7 Peths based on the 7 days of the week, and this line goes through 2 of them. And interestingly, they're both work days. There's no Shukravar is Friday, I think, and Raivar is Sunday, and Saturday is Shanwar. So yeah, interestingly, those are not 2 names, so I guess that kind of is like an indirect symbol of the purpose of this line. But then again, people will use this for shopping in the weekend as well, and I have been to Pune in the weekend, and it is pretty much as crowded as it is during the weekday when people go shopping in the weekend. So after Budhwar Peth, the line will continue along its underground segment, Rasta Peth, and this will curve more towards the northeast, and this is like kind of ending the Peths area. It gets to like really old Pune. So like the Peths was like old Pune, but the railway station is like the historic Pune, but it's also more expensive to live there. From here to Koregaon Park, which is the terminus of this line, the line will stay underground because the clientele here will care more if there's an ICE or metro line, because these are like higher end office buildings and homes here. I think this is actually a little more office area here, but still it's nothing to the extent of like Manhattan or downtown London or Frankfurt or anything like that. So yep, you guessed it, next station is Somwar Peth. Somwar means Monday, so it's a Monday district, also underground. Now this is more near, again, more wealthy areas, so it'll have a different clientele, but then again it's still much more preferred than trying to drive a car through this. Next station is railway station, and yes, a station which runs on rails called railway station, because Pune only has one primary railway station. Yes, they have Shivaji Nagar, but that's a little bit towards the west and out of the way. This is the main railway station, and the railway station, believe it or not, people coming all the way from this area right here, this all the way here, Kothrood is the name of all these stations from Karve towards the end at Busari. I actually forgot to mention that, but this is called Kothrood. All of Kothrood has to take a 15-kilometer rickshaw ride if they don't have any form of private transportation. That's the best they can do to get to the railway station, which has pretty much all trains going to Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, whatnot. All of them will have to go here. Now I do think that there should be another line extending kind of close to the quadrilateral road here, but that's another topic. But this is like a more immediate solution that will connect those people more to the railway station. And the railway station is planned to go through a major update to make it world class and to support the Pune to Ahmedabad high-speed rail. It will connect Pune and Ahmedabad, have stops in Thane and Palghar districts, which is not too far from Mumbai itself. So after railway station, next station is Whadya College, and you guessed it, it is at the site of Whadya College, but it's also near some more houses and some more businesses as well. This is Sazon Road. So yeah, this is one of the main roads. Now this is again newer Pune, but like this is like still more, what you call, not urban, wealthy than like southwest Pune where this line originated from. So I kept this line underground, and anyways, just before Bun Garden, it has to go turn away from it and go east towards Koregaon Park. Now Bun Garden is the next station. Now here, these are actually where many of the hotels are. Whadya College and Bun Garden, basically northeast of the railway station along the river, are where many of the hotels and tourists will go. So this line serves as a quick connection to most of the urban parts of Pune. Yes, I do believe eventually from like Swargat to Kharki that could be another line, but for now this is all that is like vital. After Bun Garden, finally Koregaon Park, the richest part of Pune, and still, believe it or not, quite a bit of housing here. Not that much commercial, but there is more commercial popping up, and it's not too far from the airport as well via East Avenue and New Airport Road. So you could just take a quick bus ride down to Koregaon Park, which is like almost halfway between the railway station and the airport, and then take the metro to the final destination. This metro line is around 17 kilometers long from Shastri Nagar to Koregaon Park, and around 63% of it is underground, and then the rest 37% is elevated. There's no at ground segments, but then again, there are no grade crossings. This is a metro after all. It'll be a busy metro, and I do think it is vital to keep Pune not from becoming a valley of smog. Pune is in a valley geographically, so smog is like, there's too much, to say the least. Also, reduce commute times, make the outer areas and the inner areas both, like just increase the land values of this area as well, because Pune is like kind of more of an east-west laid city compared to Mumbai, which is obviously north-south. Yes, as I said, Khadki to Swargat and beyond, probably to Singhagad. That could be a second line, but as of now, this is a primary route that most people will sometime travel on. To and from stations, especially to and from the work station, buses can be provided via PMC, and yeah, even from home to the station. Now the buses have to improve as well. They cannot be those standard red and green buses, those Tata buses. Like, no offense Tata, but they make really good buses, Tata themselves. Like the Tata, I'm trying to remember, Star I think is one of them. That's an AC bus, and I believe BEST bus or Best bus in Mumbai is switching to those. They should do something like that here, at least for the station buses. That'll entice more people, and especially a higher end clientele, to use the metro. So with that out of the way, that's about it. This is again one line, one metro serving one city. Pune is one city, not many different little things. Yes, it has districts, but in the end people commute all over the place. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll have another Webeo coming very soon. Goodbye.